Hi, my name is Carrie Mason from First Class Creativity. We'd like to welcome you to our channel today. Today we're going to teach you how to use craft metal. Isn't this beautiful? It's so bright and shiny, but believe it or not, you can use it even when it's not Christmas. So are you excited to learn about this? Well then let's get started. Craft metal is a fun, creative discovery for you. When you go on this discovery, you find your crafting going in all different ways that you would never even imagine. I've used craft metal on wreaths, on tags, on cards. It's been amazing. Everything you can do to paper, you can do to craft metal. When you're working with craft metal, there are some tips on how to use it in the same way as paper. For example, a lot of people ask me, can you get cut working with craft metal? You don't have any more chance of getting a cut with metal than you do a paper cut. If you do get cut with it, it's just like a paper cut, so it's really actually pretty easy to use fighting. What craft metal is it's a type of aluminum. Craft metal comes in different gauges, and the higher the gauge, the thinner the metal. Flashing is very, very thick, and there's not a lot you can do with it because it's not as pliable. This is 40 gauge, and it's 4 times thicker than aluminum foil. This 40 gauge craft metal works really, really well with embossing. One of the things I love about the craft metal is how you can emboss on it. You can use the emboss side or the deboss side, like this one. See that beautiful? This is from the Lovely Lace embossing folder just put out by Stampin' Up, and here's the emboss side, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. Now you might want to ask, what machine do I use to get this embossing? I use the Texture Boutique by Stampin' Up or the Big Shot, and that's how I go ahead and use this. The sizes that I get when I purchase my craft metal, the supplier I go through has 18 different colors. It's 9 by 12 or 5 by 7 depending on the beautiful color. Each one of the metal sheets has a color and an aluminum side. There's no adhesive on the back. The thing to use is sticky strip when you're first starting out. I'll be doing another video in the near future that will show you the different types of way to use adhesives on craft metal. But for this video, when you're new working with craft metal, sticky strip is the way to go. And then you just basically put your sticky strip on the edges like this, and then you peel it off, and then you can go ahead and adhere it to the card just like so. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind, because it does get a little tricky and you don't want to bend your craft metal, is go ahead and very gently press down your adhesive. What you want to make sure to do is that when you're lifting up your red liner tape, use like a tweezer or a hobby blade to gently pick that up, because if you dig into it, it's going to make an impression on the craft metal in a place that you're not going to want it. So just be really careful when you do that. When cutting your craft metal, it's really fun to do because it's super easy. There's a few things you can do. You can use your punches. And as you see, this little butterfly is a little crinkled, but all you do is you come in and you gently use your brayer to flatten the butterfly out. And then if you wanted to, you could put your butterfly through an embossing folder and make it a really fun little butterfly. The added bonus is when you use your punches on the aluminum, it actually sharpens your punches as well. So it's a great twofer. If your metal gets kind of crinkled or it gets bent or something like this, never fear. You just get your brayer and flatten it out. You want to make sure to go one direction because otherwise it comes back up on you. And then you put it through an embossing folder and you will not see any of these imperfections whatsoever. Another way to cut craft metal is to just use scissors. Just like butter. And then one of my favorite ways of cutting craft metal is the Stampin' Trimmer by Stampin' Up. You use this rotary blade, and what I recommend is that you have one of these for your paper and one of them for your metal. If you use this on your metal and then go to paper, it will fray your paper. So you want to have one for each. And then you could just take like a black permanent marker and just do M for metal, and that way you'd know that one was your metal cutting one. And it just pops right in here in the cartridge, and it really does a wonderful job of cutting this right through. This little wave here was cut using the Stampin' Trimmer scallop rotary blade, so that's pretty fun. There's so many things you can do with craft metal. I hope you like this quick little tutorial introducing you to craft metal. Down below, you will find a link to our website where you can kind of see some other projects that we've used with craft metal, and you can also go there and purchase craft metal for yourself to try it out. And also, while you're at our website, be sure you sign up for our email newsletter where you'll get exclusive projects and tips and tricks that you won't see anywhere else into your inbox. We look forward to seeing you there. Make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our channel if you haven't already. And we look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day.